My name is David Swallow. I'm from Pine Ridge Indian Reservation here in South Dakota. And what I'd like to talk about is my people, Lakota, Dakota, Nakota Nation, are all indigenous people as far as that goes. We are the first ones to live in this so-called United States and South America and Canada and Alaska. Many of the indigenous people here lived here a long time ago. And most of the indigenous people are getting to lost their language, their heritage, their land, their culture, everything. So right here, now here is what I want to do is talk about the Lakota, how they were at one time, like that. The Lakota is uh, we have many bands in the Lakota, and we lived here all the way from northern Texas all the way up to the woodlands of over there, woodlands of in the Great Lake area, and up to Waziata, Canada, and right through here in the plains here. So we roam, our traditionalist, a long time ago, original landmark is different, like that. So, but Lakotas, yeah, they looked at us two ways today in this modern society, this white man modern society. They looked at us as a spiritual person and a warrior. That's how they looked at us. But we are people that have a social life, stuff like that. But, and then our people, when they say Indian, you gotta be dark, your hair gotta be black, and you have to be brown, and you have to have black eyes. That's the way they looked at us. But we are people. We have different colors too. We have different light color hair, light complected, different color eyes. Or we are people too, like that. But these things, how they categorize us through TV shows and movie industries and magazines, but it's not all true. See, it's not all true. And the truth is, yeah, we got social, we have music, both spiritual and social music. It goes on like that with life too, how and I. But uh, and then we have other like security system too. Just we had a government before this American government ever exists here in our land. We have that, and we abide by that. Our government and our laws are mixed with, so we don't violate the earth, we don't violate natural habitat, we don't violate the natural environment. So we never cut a log down. So that's who we are. You know, we never mine the earth. Dig up, mine it. No, everything we're gonna do is we offer tobacco, we offer food, and ask for permission. That's how we live. That's how we are. And back in those days, tipi ilki here. What that means is the tipi. We live in those. I live in those. We have dances and everything like that. A young boy is being taught many things by the grandpa, dad, the uncle, and how to hunt, how to track, everything, and how to survive in the wilderness out there by himself, what to eat, what berries to eat, what not to eat, taught by the grandmas and a mom and, aunties, what kind of bird that is, what kind of plant that is, how it should be dug, how it should be harvested, all this were taught by families before he grew up to be see, men too, they have a ceremony when a boy becomes a young man. See, they have him stand on a buffalo hide, bite the knife, do the ceremony. And when they become a young man, then they join the Tokala Warrior Society. In other words, Tokala is a kid fox, small kid fox, you know. So they use that because that small kid fox could sneak around really, you know, without getting caught and seen. See? So they use that and they formed a thing called a Kid Fox Warrior Society, Tokala, which they are a homeland security. So they were taught all this by their family, and after that ceremony, they introduce them to the Kid Fox Society, so they guard however big the camp is, all around her, sitting there, you know, like that. And this Kid Fox Society, a young man became a man, you know, ready to either go to the Great War or either go to the Great Hunt, one of them, you know. So they don't just raise their hand and join in. Elders, the dads, uncles, older brothers, grandpas, they have a meeting for 4 days, maybe 1 week, and they decide who's going to go to be a warrior and who's going to be a hunter, you know. And the warrior is a protector. So we have that system working, you know. We have that system like that. And then they awarded the feathers. When they first become a young man, they awarded a feather. When they become a young man, they got the feather. And when they become introduced into the Tokala, then they got a feather too. They awarded them a feather. And by the time they were chose to be either old enough to be the Warrior Society protector or the hunter, then they give them another feather, you know. So these feathers, eagle feathers, are like when you do something great deed to your people, then you get awarded that way by the elders in a ceremony in front of the whole village, so they'll know who you are. And during this time of the ceremonies here, you will receive your Lakota name, you know, like that. So you could carry the feathers on your hair proudly, you know. Why they carry the feathers in their hair? However length your feather is, or your hair, I mean to your hair, is that's how your strength is. See? The length of your hair shows the strength of your outer, inner strength, you know, like that. So they carry that, you know, and they go off. So as they keep going, then they become the Strongheart Warrior Society or the Braveheart Warrior Society. It goes down like that, you know, and they earn the feather. So many attack the enemy and whatever, and then they earn the feather. Pretty soon it become a war bonnet. So that's not a chief, okay? A war bonnet. War. So on a war bonnet, you have to speak for each feather in that war bonnet. You know, because of the great deeds you do, you have to wear that. You know, it's not because you pay $1,000, somebody awarded you that. You know, that's if you pay $1,000 and if you get the war bonnet, that's called a politician. You know. But that's how, you know, today many of them have war bonnets, but they bought the war bonnets, you know. I don't see them counting a coup on the enemy. I don't see them doing a great deed. Instead, they're ripping off. Today, a lot of them, young men, they buy a war bonnet and pay somebody to do the honorings, and when they use that, they go catch a woman with that war bonnet or use it for profit, you know, thinking that they're kings, everybody has to obey. No, it ain't that way. It ain't that way at all. You have to earn every feather. You have to know how to talk about every single feather in that war bonnet and the trail. See? Otherwise, if you don't have the mileage, don't use the war bonnet, you know. Me, myself, I earn One, two, three, four, 5 feathers in my whole life at this age. 5 feathers. That's all I earned, you know.